Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video. On today's video we are going to discuss the list of animals that are being parasites on human being. Okay, so we are going to understand that the parasites, the example for it, the mode of infection as well as the effect. Okay, so let's start the video. So the first one, okay, we are going to discuss is the flatworm. Okay, so flatworm, they are also known as the platyhelminths. Okay, they are the internal parasite, okay, that live in the digestive system, blood vessels or the tissues of the human. Okay, so where does they live? They will affect the digestive level. Okay, okay, they will cause the digestive level issues because they will live in the digestive system, blood vessels or the tissue of the human. Okay, so if we take the example of the tapeworm, okay, the tapeworm is also known as the Taenia species. Okay, so they are found in the intestines. Okay, so they are attached to the walls using the hook and the sucker that is present on their head. Okay, so how does the human will get the tapeworm? So the human will acquire the tapeworm by consuming the undercooked meat containing the larval cyst. Okay, so if you are taking the contaminated food or water, so we can get the tapeworm. Okay, the second example for the flatworm is the liver fluke. So the liver fluke is known as the Fistula hepatica. Okay, so this parasitic worm will infest the human life, okay, causing the fistuloris, and humans, they are infected by consuming the again the contaminated water or plants like watercress. Okay, so this the mode of infection is the contaminated food or the water. So eventually they are affecting our digestive system, so it will create the problem in our digestive related, okay, system. The second parasites, students, they are the roundworms. So I already told you that the flatworms are platyhelminths and the roundworms, they are also known as Nematoda. Okay, so the roundworms are, student, they are internal parasite that is found in the human digestive system, again blood or other tissues. So example here includes the ascaris and the hookworm. Okay, so ascaris live in the intestine and feeds on partially digested food. Okay, and the infection occur through the consumption of the contaminated food and water again. Okay, and it can also be enter the another example is the hookworm. So it will also attach to the intestinal walls and feed on the blood, causing the anemia. And the hookworm can enter the human body, okay, through the skin contact with the contaminated soil. So the hookworm can enter into human body through the skin if the human will get exposed to the contaminated soil. So we understood, okay, that they will cause the damage in the intestinal by blocking it. So they will cause the intestinal blockage, and since the hookworm, okay, so it will feed on the blood, so it can cause, in those organisms it is present, it will cause the anemia. Okay, so the body will be producing the blood, however the blood is being consumed by the parasite, that is the hookworm. Okay, so this will lead to the anemia in the body. The third animal that is the parasite that is parasitic on the human being is the arthropoda. So the arthropoda, we already studied that it's a largest group of the plant kingdom. Okay, so many arthropod, they will act as an external or the internal parasite, okay, that will feed the blood or the living within the human body. So we will take three examples. The first one is the lice, the second one is the fleas, okay, and the third one is the ticks. So student, the lice, okay, they are the ectoparasite, that is they will infect the outside of our body. Okay, they will infest the scalp or the body, that will cause the itching and the irritation. Okay, so it will lead to the irritation okay, and itching. And the fleas, they are the blood sucking ectoparasite also that causes the skin irritation as well, and sometimes it will transmit the diseases like plague. Okay, so the arthropod, they are also act as a mode of disease transmission. Okay, so the mode of infection is the skin contacts or the bites. The fourth one is, student, the protozoa. So this will include the plasmodium and entamoeba. Okay, again the source is the contaminated food, water, and the mosquitoes. Okay, and they will cause the malaria and amoebiasis in the human beings. Okay, so plasmodium, we know they will cause the female mosquito, they will cause the malaria, which is transmitted through the Anopheles mosquito bite. Okay, and it will invade the red blood cell. This will lead to the fever also and anemia as well. And amoeba, it will cause the amoebiasis, okay, by infesting the intestine. Okay, so this is the example of protozoa. The next we are going to discuss is the insects. Okay, so insects, we know there are bed bugs or the bot flies. So the bed bugs, they will feed on the human blood usually at night. Okay, and they will cause the skin irritation and the allergy. Okay, so they are blood feeding, and they will cause the tissue damage also. The bot fly, it will it will affect our skin. Okay, and it will lay the eggs on the skin or the hair, and the larvae burrow into the tissue, which will cause the painful swellings. Okay, so the mode of infection for the bed bugs, it for the insect broadly, it will include the bites, egg laying on the skin. Okay, and the last one, student, is the fungi. Okay, so student, there are certain fungi that can parasitize on the human skin. Okay, this will involve the candida and the ringworm. Okay, this is the most common infection, okay, observed in the human beings. So the mode of infection is the direct contact, and these fungi, sometimes they are also immune suppressant also. So these fungi, they are often opportunistic. Okay, and if the person has a less immunity, they will just attack it. Okay, so they can cause the candidiasis, which will affect the mouth, skin, or the genital areas. So it will, the common effect are the skin infection or oral thrush. Okay, so this is all in the video. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.